to get more business news now with Adam Maguire.
Thanks, Gavin. The owner of B&Q home improvements chain Kingfisher has seen its profits for the first half of the year dip due to adverse foreign currency movements. The company also owns the Screwfix chain in Britain as well as Castorama and Brico Depot in mainland Europe. It said today that adjusted pre-tax profits for the 6 months to the 1st of August fell 2.3% to £384 million. A planning application has been lodged for an €80 million development in Dublin's North Docks, which could lead to the construction of a 17-storey building with 224,000 square foot of office space. The Exo would be built in the Point Village next to the Three Arena, and at 73 metres tall will become the tallest commercial building in the country. Roland O'Connell of letting agent Savills is here to talk about the plans. Firstly, Roland, this is being built within Dublin's strategic development zone. Briefly, what does that mean and how does that affect the planning process?
Okay, Adam, all local authorities like Dublin City Council have to produce a development plan every 5 to 7 years, and that sets out the general guidelines as to what types of buildings, in terms of use and whatever can be built in an area. And then what one does is apply for planning permission. And when that application is made, anybody can make a third-party appeal objecting to what they're proposing to build. And in those circumstances, then the whole planning process can be elongated because it can go to on-board planola and whatever. In a special development zone, which is normally produced for a smaller section of the overall county area, and in this case it's the Dublin Docklands area, it's a much more specific and prescriptive plan in terms of use mixes, in terms of building heights, building qualities and whatever. And the plan is published and third parties can object to the plan at that stage, but once it's adopted then by the local authority, there's no third party objection. So the advantage from a developer's point of view is he can see in a huge level of detail what he may and may not build on a site. As long as he designs his scheme in line with that specific detail and launches his application, he should get planning permission very quickly, and there are no third-party appeals at that stage. Okay,
so the Point Village is a bit of a remove from the IFSC. It's also across the water from the Grand Canal area, which become quite popular tech companies. Are you confident there'll be demand for this type of office in this specific location?
Oh, absolutely confident. Already Yahoo have their headquarters in the their Irish headquarters in the Point Village, and it's a beautiful office with fantastic views up and down the river. We believe that the Point Village as a whole can be the centre for development on the north side of the city. It's like the Grand Canal Square, except we think even better in that it's got fantastic public transport. The Lewis runs right up to it. The square itself is larger. We've already got the Three Arena there, the Gibson Hotel, which is very successful. We've got the Yahoo offices, and we've also got a shopping centre which we're now starting to attract some attendance into. So we think that combination of uses, together with residential and offices on adjoining sites, should make this really the most exciting hub on the North Docks.
Now, we've heard a lot about strong demand for Grade A offices in Dublin city centre, but according to IDA Ireland, there's about 2 million square foot of office space in the pipeline for the next 12 to 18 months. This building is due to be completed in 2 years if it does get approval. Is there a risk then that demand that's there today will have been catered to by the time this building becomes available?
Well, there's always a risk in office development, but at the moment there's over 2 million square feet of demand. Our plotting out of the likely delivery dates of buildings against future demand would see that the market is going to remain undersupplied with this type of building well past 2018, and it's unlikely that we're going to meet or reach equilibrium in terms of supply and demand until 2020 or so. So we're very confident, yes, that there will be demand for it.
Excellent. Roland O'Connell of letting agent Savills, thank you very much for that. Finally, a quick look at the currencies. €1 buys you $1.13 and just less than 73.5 pence.